Recently, I've been living by the mantra, it is what it is. And this week's podcast, it's very much going to be an is what it is kind of moment. I'm here just with Anna.
Hi.
It's what it is.
It is what it is. It's true.
We had one of our best wins of the season and we can't make finals.
It's correct. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
We also couldn't go to the
And
game,
it is what
it is.
So that's the vibe we're bringing this week.
Yeah, we're just acceptance.
Yeah.
It's a general vibe of acceptance.
Have you done much preparation for this podcast?
I did as much as one could expect from someone that partied really hard at a wedding this weekend.
I'm the same.
So get your seatbelts on.
We were sitting next to each other at the wedding and the reception, and we were there for a very long time.
We were there for a very long time.
Had a really good night though.
Excellent catering. The catering was excellent. And it helped us to see things that maybe normally we wouldn't see. So that was nice.
And I think the bathtub helped.
Definitely.
So let's start with the highlights of the game from what we saw when we were here at the St Kilda Sports Club.
Yes, let's do that. I actually started the game before you because apologies, Dave, was slightly rude and had the game on during the speeches. Sorry. But one thing I did note, see, it's good because now we have content. One thing I did note was the first score of the game was by our captain, which is rare.
I know.
And it made me really happy.
But I think at that point, that was the second quarter.
It was the first quarter, I think. Is it?
Oh, are you talking about the first score or the first goal?
First goal. Was that not to the second quarter?
No, that was in the second quarter.
Oh, shit. Well, there we go.
I did a review on Instagram last night and I was like, quarter time, we're only on 3 points.
Yeah.
So that's sticking with me.
Yeah, I had a lot of hot chocolate at the wedding, so my quarters might be a little bit mixed up. Yeah.
No comment on the chocolate. It was a special hot chocolate.
Yeah, so I was happy about that. But then it was like followed by a bunch of, typical Actually, was that game just St Kilda season together as one game?
Literally.
It kind of was.
Started off really shit. Got a little bit better.
Right.
And then that was such a good second half.
What a transformation.
I was sitting out there having a relationship D&M.
Which happens at a wedding. To be fair, that would happen.
The perfect time. And I'm just sitting in the perfect spot where I can see the game on the TV. And we just started kicking goals in the third quarter. And it was out of nowhere. We came down from, I think, 30 points, was it? Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, it's draw and we're leading into the fourth. And couldn't ask for anything more.
I mean, you really couldn't, could you?
No.
But props to Darcy Wilson.
Yes.
Who probably that was the game of his year.
I agree. I think for weeks people were saying online he should go to the seconds. He needs some confidence.
Of course they were.
Not me. We love Darcy Wilson.
Yes. Absolutely.
And that was definitely his best game of the season. Oh my God.
The second goal was 53 meters out? That was amazing.
And it happened so fast. I think he got his first goal in the start of the third quarter in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I think a minute later he's on his second goal.
Yeah, a minute later. Yeah, exactly. He actually brought the momentum, I think, for that quarter. So I'll give him the credit for that.
And I think Kat came through with a stat, which she messaged last night, that he ran between pockets in 8 seconds.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. Well, how awesome was the Hugo Garcia tackle as well?
Yes.
Which, we were all in here going, get him! and then he did. I don't even remember who he tackled, though.
No.
I don't remember.
I don't know any of the Geelong players, to be honest.
I do, but none of them proved to be that valuable on the weekend, so who cares?
And they were fighting for a top 4 spot so they could get a home final. It's kind of looking like there might not even be any finals in Victoria.
I know, which is bizarre.
Because what teams from Melbourne are in the 8? Just the Dogs?
And the Hawks.
Oh, yeah, Hawks.
Yeah, the Hawks are in there. The Dogs are in there. Maybe Carlton. But AFL, you got your wish, okay? You did your magic. Yeah. You got your wish. So now the interstates are here. Let's see if it turns out to be as fruitful as you think. I still think the home of footy is Victoria.
I agree.
And I think it's worth always having a grand final here because this is where it started.
No doubt. Do you think that I'm not travelling to the SCG or the Gabba for a grand final?
No.
Have it here.
Look, people fly all the way to the Globe Theatre because it's Shakespeare's home. They should fly here because it's footy's home.
It is.
That's my feeling anyway. Sorry.
Rename the MCG. Wow.
The Globe.
We're going a bit off topic.
Yeah.
Because it's a Melbourne cricket ground.
Yeah.
Should it be called the Melbourne football ground?
I mean, the MFG. Maybe.
The Melbourne
I would be okay with it.
football cricket ground? MFCG?
The Melbourne footy ground. Does anyone care about cricket? Really? I mean...
Hopefully no one that listens to this podcast.
Hopefully no one that listens to this podcast. And those are the only people that count.
Exactly.
The people who are listening.
And I hope they're still listening knowing that it's us going on tangents already.
It's all right. So the game.
Yep.
All right. So what were the other highlights? I thought Steele had a great game.
Yep.
And actually, I think it's a good time to mention that he actually has had a very good season. A lot of times, unfortunately, when your team isn't in the top 8, you get really overshadowed in the world of performance. So I think Steele and Sinclair both had a very good year this year.
I agree.
Especially Sinclair, like he was injured in the beginning.
Yes.
He had some time off and he really came back. And
we don't know if he came back too early.
Right.
Because it's hard to tell with the calf injuries. Like I feel like you can walk normally, but there is the pain and tension going on.
Yeah.
So who knows how long he was going on with that injury.
True. But I think he's looked good for the majority of the year. I think he's been valuable.
Yeah, like I said, we've been a bottom side team. He came from being an AA last year.
Yeah.
So his form, it might not be as good as last year, but it definitely... I don't think he's going to make AA this year.
No, he's not. Probably not because it wasn't as consistently good.
Yep.
But I think his standout performances were as good, if not better than last year, actually. He's done really well. It was interesting that I saw on the tram on the way here because I was looking up some stats. Rowan Marshall actually ran. He had the most meters of the game.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Props to Rowan Marshall.
Not in the A. We say this every week. He has to. He has to be the AA ruck.
I mean, I feel that way. There's some people that think Sherry will be the guy to get in, like North Melbourne's ruck.
Suck.
But I think Rowan should be there. I think he should have been there last season. Like he only was on the bench. That was stupid, especially last season.
He's definitely our most valuable player this year.
Oh, I think so.
And if he went down to an injury, like we would be so lost.
We'd be so screwed. I keep wondering like what Ross's plan is for that. Like he has to.
I remember
don't know
early
what's going through his head.
When he was with Paddy Ryder, I feel like Rowan kept getting injured that year. And ever since Paddy Ryder left, I'm like, please, Ro, please hold up.
Yeah.
Because it is like a physically taxing position, the ruck.
It is.
Not that I've ever played it.
No, it is. But I always hear like people worry about the knees. Like it's like you don't last in that position very long. I don't think ruckman can play the ruck that long, really.
Because you have to jump up and you have to knees all over the place.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what our plan is. I don't know if it's a draft plan. I don't know if it's like we haven't seen Max Heath because it's a plan.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know.
Apparently you can't just, this is what I'm hearing from the grapevine, you can't just draft a ruckman. They're usually grown up because you have to be a big frame and have the tank to be able to run around and do the hit outs and muscle your guy. So you can't just get an 18-year-old to do the job.
Right.
And then so you see the likes of Caminiti and Cheeto who have had a couple of years to get a bit bigger, but even then they're not our ruck future.
I don't think so. Although I think Caminiti can step in at times. He's actually injured, by the way. Popped out his shoulder at the game. Yes, and Brad Hill, sadly, has hurt his back, and we don't know how long that's going to be.
It's wild because he kicked that goal.
Yeah.
And then he went off.
I know.
And then he was looking sad. Yeah. And then he was subbed out and we're like, did he just get subbed off? Because he was playing well.
Yeah, he did. I don't I'm only concerned because he looks sad, because he didn't look uncomfortable in the field at all, which is bizarre. And I'm wondering if that means that he had an injury.
Maybe.
That he knows the worst of it has happened. I don't know.
We know that he's tough as nails. Like, he seems to cop some bad injuries.
Yeah,
I think last year he cracked a rib maybe, or...
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did last year.
And he still played on for like a few minutes after that. So he will just keep fighting and not show what pain he's in. So
yeah, I really like Brad Hill, and I also think he's had a phenomenal season. But
I agree.
it's so shit. And I think we knew that during the season that it was shit, that we were losing only by a couple of points even.
Yes.
Because we were missing the opportunity to like give accolades to the people that deserved it. So it's like you're 10 points away from calling Rowan an All-Australian for sure, a lock, of calling Jack Sinclair an All-Australian potentially, which is, it's so annoying because it's just been a fucking tough season. Oh, I just cursed.
It's fine. What frustrates me is Wilkie still not in the conversation for All-Australian.
Yeah,
we are one of the most strong defensive teams. I think we're the second best for
defense
and getting scored on us.
Yeah.
And Wilkie's not in the conversation.
Yeah, he had 13 intercepts in this game, by the way. 13.
Wow.
Just Cal Wilkie. Well done. Another player that's awesome.
He was all over the field. I saw him. He'd be over here, there, taking a mark.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why he's not in the conversation again, because he is, I would say, the best defender in the league. I don't care about anyone else.
I actually agree with you. Who's better, really? Who's better? Tell us. Who do you think is better? No one.
Than Cal Wilkie.
We already know the answer.
If it's Dougal Howard, it's not. It's Cal Wilkie.
Yeah, it is.
No
Cal
one
Wilkie.
can fight us this week.
It's true. It's true. Cal Wilkie wins today. Sorry, Kat. Yeah, the other thing that I thought was awesome in the game was like Machito's first goal. How he just like snuck it in around the Geelong player. That was awesome. And something that like I think we've wanted to see.
Yeah.
And then just haven't. I don't know what's happened to them, the boys, but something has happened. I don't know if Melbourne Storm came in and I don't know, gave them some kind of like words.
Was it the aisle 29 singing to them during the week?
I mean, I like to think it was aisle 29 singing to them during the week. I was at that awesome moment. It was amazing.
Was it embarrassing?
It was embarrassing. Well, the players just looked very confused and then kind of like embarrassed, except for Mason Wood, who looked like just a dad out for his morning coffee.
Holding a mug, like,
he's leaning back watching his children play in the yard. That's how he looked to me.
I like how they're all like, oh, yeah, I've heard that song. Oh, you don't sing that song enough. Like,
yeah, it was funny. Or Sinclair actually sang the song. And I was like, thank you.
I could see him like trying to grab the mic, just join in. I'm like,
and I thought you never know in the stands if they're going to hear you or not. So it's nice to know that they actually heard us.
Yes.
Yeah. And we were so loud at Moorabbin that I think everyone in the building heard us. It was, we were told later that we were echoing through the halls of Moorabbin. So that was
I should have got every player in.
Yeah, they started running once they figured out what happened. They were like, I got to go, sorry. A lot of them were telling us they hit the showers early.
Oh.
Yes.
And that was good. I love that we did that. And
yeah, it was fun.
That would have been a good opportunity.
And I actually do think it gave them a Well, actually, but this game, have you seen another Saints game in years that has looked this good for the back half where they've just been down and they've come back and won the game? I don't think I've seen at all. I've been here for 4 years. I don't think I've seen one game where they've just smacked the team back.
Oh, maybe when we played Tigers at Gather Round. We were down for 3/4. That was a comeback.
Oh, yeah. But how far down were we? Were we down?
I don't think we kicked a goal for half a game.
Oh, maybe not. But I don't know that we were down that far. Maybe we were. This just felt, I don't know.
I love playing.
It feels different.
Yeah, I love playing Geelong at Marvel Stadium. I think it's been 3 years in a row now that we've played them and we're like, oh, don't know how this one's going to go. And we just, the vibes are just so high.
Yes.
And we beat them.
I love beating the Cats because I find them incredibly boring. Speaking of boring football, they are the number one for boredom. I just think they are. So I have two cool stats, another two cool stats. One is that we had and this is really exciting and part of like why I think we're just different now. 94 disposals inside the corridor in the second half.
Wow.
Yeah, not saintly at all. We're used to the boundary. Remember all the complaining we did about the boundary and the bombing? That did not happen this game. Yeah. And I was so happy about that.
I think I saw a stat during the week where they rated where all the AFL teams usually use the play, and we were boundary. I'm like, that sounds about us.
Not that game, though. We were down the corridor, which is awesome, and I wish we did that more often.
I wish we did that all season.
I know, me too.
I was saying this at the wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, if we were in the finals, we'd be winning the flag. Everyone, we're that good.
I mean, it's easy to say that when you're not in the finals, though.
Imagine if we were. I think we are. I think if we were there, things would be so different. We just look like a different team the second half of the season.
We did. The whole second half of the season, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe we just needed time to play with each other. The other cool statistic from David King was that we had 67 points from defensive half, which is we've only done 3 times in the last 10 years.
Wow.
So, and actually I think Champion Data is the one that said that the teams that usually get the flag are the ones that are able to score from the defensive half.
Yep. And I think Sydney were doing that a lot at the start of the season.
They were.
And now they've dropped off.
And they've dropped off. And we actually were really great at moving the ball from the defensive half, but not scoring off the movement.
That was
that was the pass.
I don't want to shit on any players, but there's a player that's no longer in the side the last few weeks.
Well, I was going to ask that. Is it glaring at this point that we just look better with a different forward line? I'll just be kind and
I was going to say without Riley Bonner.
Oh, I thought you were going to say without Max King.
No.
I was like, because we do have a different forward line.
I would say without Riley Bonner. We've got Stocker, Naz and Sinclair, and then Hunter in there too.
Yeah.
And they're just working really well together in their half-back role to move the football through the centre and take it to our forward line.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it, but we're also scoring inside the 50. And I like to thank Cooper Sharman for that because I love that he's there. Him and Membry switched on.
Yes.
I don't know. I think he was struggling a bit in the beginning of the year and he's just not anymore.
Was he not? He wasn't getting games at the start of the season, I think. I think I remember because I was watching him at Sandy and I was like, he's actually really playing well this season. And then we brought him in the team. He got a few weeks to warm up and he's just on fire since Max is out.
Yeah.
I think just having more options than Max King, everyone's been saying this, it's not that Max King is bringing us down per se. It's more that we have more options without him in the side.
I agree. I worry that not that he's bringing us down, but that he's taking up space. There might be other players. I don't want to say they're more hungry than him, but I think when you're, and I don't know how he's been treated at St Kilda, and I'm sure that he's deserved the good treatment that he's received. But when you're catered to, you don't really have the same fire or drive as a lot of the other players. So maybe it's a disservice to let him think, of course you're going to go right in. You're never going to play at Sandy. You're going to come right into the team, of course, and we'll give you all the time you need and all the coaching you need. Like maybe he needs a little bit of tough love. He does
need a bit of fire. Because you see when Max goes for a mark, it's not the same as when Cooper goes for it. When Cooper goes for a mark, he's like full foot to the floor, will jump. 100%. You can see he's like pushing his body to the limit. And Max just he's a tall guy. So he's just like, I can reach and get for it.
Right.
But he could have this extra amount of like factor.
I know. And I think that that's what's missing a lot of times in his play. And I think that comes from tough love, unfortunately. So we've got to get the...
Or is it, but then he's getting shit on in the media non-stop, so...
Yeah, but that just comes with being a football player.
Yeah. Everyone cops it.
Yeah, everyone cops it. Poor Charlie Curnow's copped it 1,000 times and he gets the Coleman. So it's like, what are you going to do? I have a question, though. Would you rather have the season the way it is now, where we end on a high note and we're pumped for next year,
Yep.
or have made a final and lost the first round?
I think I'm happy with how we're going now.
Me too.
I remember going into the end of last season, I'll be like, oh, yeah, we get to go to finals. But then in my heart, I was like, oh, something's not there that we're not going to go far. This at least I'm like, I get to watch the games and I get to see us win.
Yeah. I think I like this better. I don't know if I'm saying that because of the trauma that comes with supporting St Kilda. But I also like seeing the players have the win and get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Like they actually seem super comfortable winning this game, which is also rare. Sometimes they don't take the wins with like a degree of comfort. It's like they just got over the line and they know it. And I didn't feel like this game, and maybe was it last week or the week before we played the Lions? Who did we belt?
Essendon.
Yeah. When we belted Essendon, we kind of we didn't just get over the line and collapse, right? We were happy to play football.
Yep.
And I think like they need to get used to those wins. So even if you get in finals, if you don't have that comfort level with winning, you're not going to probably go anywhere. So I'm actually thrilled with the way the season came out.
I know. I think last season, Hawks, they came good in the end.
Yeah.
And in my heart, I'm like, oh, we're going to pull off a Hawthorn next year.
Yeah.
We're going to smash it.
I don't want to.
No, my lid's off.
I don't want to jinx it.
I've got the cup in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I've felt for years that there's just a few. I've always said, and people have called me an idiot, but I've always said I don't even think we need to do major trades. I just think this team needs like a little bit of something. I don't know what it is.
Yep.
And I don't know. I felt like 2 years ago we could have made finals. And we could have maybe gotten the flag. I even thought last year if luck was different and we had memory, maybe we win that game. Maybe we do. Yeah. I don't know. I think we have a team. I don't even think we need to draft.
I'm literally in the same boat. I think our
We're two delusional women on the couch. That's what
I think our players, I've said it all season, I think we've got a really good list.
I do too.
People, the media will be like, oh, they have no A-list. And I'm like, no, I disagree. I think our whole list is A-listers.
Well, yeah, I think we do have an A-list. I think the A-list comes after you win, okay?
Yeah.
So if we're losing, and I don't think that a loss of 1 point or 2 points or 5 points counts as much as a loss of 100 points.
Yep.
Right? Like anyone has that game. You could blame that on almost anything in football. You blame it on umpires.
Yep.
You could blame it on one injury. You can blame it on so many things.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think we're really close to
breaking through.
Yeah, breaking through. But I think I sound like a dork. I think we have something really special at St Kilda, and I think the boys are going to do I do think they're going to do really well next year. I do.
It's not that we have many injuries.
No, we do though. No, well, we have important injuries.
Yeah.
We did from the start of the year.
Yeah. We had too many injuries at the start and we had to wait the 2 months, and that's when we kind of like lost our momentum and groove.
And I think, I do think we have to play together for a bit to have to adjust to each other to be able to know. I think during the season comes a point with some teams where if they're close and everyone's training well together, they start like intuitively reading each other. Yeah. And I don't know that you can have that right away. It has to come with playing. So we've seen it happen now. Yes. So now that they know what it's like, if they can just lock into that.
They just need to, feel each other a bit more, build up they need to go on a holiday together.
Go to Bali, guys.
Like the whole boys, not the split groups. I see that in the mid-season there was split groups. There was boys going golfing over here, other boys going golfing over there. Don't know why they like golfing.
One golf course.
All the boys together.
Yeah, all the boys together.
No old boys, young boys, all the boys.
Yeah, or you know what? Everyone go to a wedding, have some cocoa. You'll all feel a lot closer to one another. But yeah, I think they're getting into it now. I think they're feeling it. I think they're feeling what it feels like to win comfortably.
Yep.
And I think that might be the thing that we were missing, just to have the wins.
And I think our game has also changed a lot. Like at the start of the season, everyone's like, so boring, not enough goals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not boring now.
Well, it's not boring. But also,
Whoops.
I'm mad that people said it was boring because they only think that goals matter. Yep. Like we moved the ball beautifully in the beginning of the year. We just didn't score.
Yep.
But there was good ball movement. So F those people.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Saints 25's coming.
Yeah. Saints 2025. I'm excited. There's lots more people coming in the aisle. Are you coming, Sorrel?
Yes, I should be.
Yay.
After, I don't want to go to the last place I went to, but I will definitely come to the aisle.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year regardless, actually. I just think, it's going to be good stuff.
Okay, we're just going to take a break and then come back with some red, white and black mail.
Yay! Okay.
Welcome back. How are you feeling?
Okay, feeling good.
Yeah,
excited about the future.
We're still talking.
We are still talking.
We've still got more to say. Actually,
we have loads more to say.
We had the break and like, wow, we've still got so much more to talk about.
It's true.
But we're going to jump into a bit of red, white, and black mail first up. We got a lot of questions this week, actually, so that's exciting.
Thank you.
You've got mail. This might be our second. This might even be our last one. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see what happens next week, but yeah. This is our second last red, white, and black mail. Yeah. So if you want to ask us questions, you've got one more week. You can ask us anything.
Get those questions ready.
Get those questions.
You've got mail.
Okay, the first one. Where does Max King fit into this side?
Ooh, we just kind of talked about that.
Yes.
Does he? I think he fits as an option after a bit of tough love.
I don't want to see him as full forward, I think. I think maybe move him to a pocket.
That might be a good idea. I agree with you.
Let's take the pressure off him and give the job to Membry or Sharman. I
agree. That's a good idea. I agree.
Yeah,
we see a pocket for Max King.
Yeah. It's like he doesn't need the pressure if he doesn't have to be our number one target, I guess. Like
it's true. And I also think he needs field work. Like he needs to do the field work. He's definitely been trained to stand there and take a mark, and that's not how this team plays.
Yeah.
So
and if you're taking the mark, we want to see 100% effort going to every single mark. We want to see jumping on men. We want to see
that's right.
Knees in the back.
Yeah. Well, part of like not getting attacked by other players is being that mobile and being that flexible. So protect yourself, Maxie.
Yeah.
Go for the marks. Go high. Go high.
Yeah. Tall guy, go high. Next one. Which 5 of the boys would you choose to create the next global superstar boy band?
I love this question.
Do you want to we'll split it up?
Okay.
Do you want to give the first one?
Okay. This is hard. Only 5?
Only 5 in our boy band. Our One Direction of
One Direction. I think you have to put Sinclair in there.
Yes.
So he's my first suggestion. Want to go for number 2?
Mine is going to be Liam Stocker.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he gives a bad boy vibe.
He does give a bad boy vibe. I think I'd probably also. I think I'd also throw Cooper in there.
What's he bringing?
I don't know. It's the suit. Last season, the whole suit thing.
Oh, yeah.
How he rocked up in a suit.
He's giving the nerdy vibes of the group.
He does like he does the nerdy vibe. Well, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I'd throw him in there.
Okay, we've got 3. 4, I reckon every group needs a rapper.
So who's that? Who's the rapper?
I'm going to say Windy.
Windy. Ooh, okay. Okay. So we get one.
And we got one more. Oh. Maybe we'll make it a 6-person group.
Let's make it a 6-person band. Yeah. Who needs 5 when you can have 6?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw Jack Steele in.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got a pretty face.
The daddy leader.
He's got a pretty face.
Yeah.
I'll just, he doesn't even have to sing. He can ad-lib.
Yep. Okay. And then I guess we're going to have Rowan because Rowan makes every team better.
That's right. And we'll get some height in there. You always have to have the tall one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's the hottest boy band.
Yeah. That's a hot
Windy
band.
the rapper.
Yeah. Well done. I like that question. Thank you.
Next one. Has anyone seen the roof of Marble? It's been missing since Saturday night. Flag Saints.
I don't know where the roof is. It's off with the lid somewhere.
Yeah, it is.
That's where it is.
The Marble lid is off.
It's true. It's true.
It's just so disappointing that we can't get the flag this year. But like we said, Flag Saints 25 is on the cards.
Yeah,
Let's just
it's on the cards.
put all your
I'd
money
rather
on it.
build a dynasty than make the finals. So
I think I'd rather have Liam Henry and Windy in the team. If we're talking about injuries and now I remembered them, Liam Henry and Windy, they have to be in our
our
premiership
want
team.
them. Yeah, you'd want them surely. Okay.
Yeah. So that's correct. The roof is gone. The lid is gone.
They're having a party somewhere.
There's hot chocolates going around. What happened during the first half? Did the UFO temporarily take the team, then return them to Marvel?
Yes. There's clearly a St Kilda doubles that live in a spaceship over Marvel. Maybe that's where the lid of Marvel is. They're using it for the UFO that brings the players down to the field for the second half of the game.
I'm also thinking what could be the case is holograms. Yeah. So the players don't play until halftime.
Yeah.
So we're just getting like an AI generation of the players in the first half.
Yeah.
And the guys are just out back having a rest.
I mean, that could easily be the AI half versus the real half.
Yes.
If you've ever used AI for anything.
Because AI would say Geelong's better than us.
Yeah, it's true. And they just have like shitty versions of us out there that aren't quite complete yet.
And then the actual team come on and
That's right.
no,
exactly.
It could be aliens. It could be AI.
Yeah, it could. Or maybe Geelong were the aliens in this game. Maybe they,
That would actually make sense.
Yeah, they got beamed up.
They all
after
look like clones. They could come from a stupid blonde man.
Some cotton on planet.
Stupid cotton on, ugly blue and white. Blech.
Blech. It's boring blue and white.
Next one. No time for questions. Let's just smash the Blues.
Oh my God.
Yeehaw.
I hope we do. I hope we do.
I've been feeling confident about it all year. And now that I've seen their injury list,
you feeling good? Because they did play well on the weekend, but we'll talk Blues after.
Who's coming second to Hugo in the grand final sprint? I'm not sure about that because I feel like Darcy Wilson has it in the bag at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think Darcy's had a great year. I don't know. I don't know if Hugo gets there.
Yeah. No, in the grand final sprint. You know that? In the 100 meter, they do 100 meters.
Oh, but Darcy's the fastest one on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Hugo's not beating him.
Yeah. Normally Brad Hill's our representative, but yeah, it's Darcy Wilson.
Yeah.
And I guess if Hugo is in there, does he run fast?
Maybe, but Darcy's faster.
Sorry, this.
I think that's just because of that tackle. That just gives him a little bit of.
Yeah.
It was a good tackle.
Okay. Do we want a Victorian or do we want an interstate team to win the grand final? Personally, I don't give a bleep.
I have mixed feelings about this because I believe that Victoria is the home of football. So I always like to see a Victorian team win. But because I know the AFL is jonesing for an interstate win, I'd love them to get it over with this season so that they don't meddle with things next season to try and make it a thing. So get your season in and then leave everybody alone. Like let us just take over next year.
We've been through the era of Brisbane being good.
Yeah.
We've been through the West Coast era of them being good. We don't need any more interstate teams.
Yeah, we don't need Sydney to do it. Why?
Well, they can't do it. I don't I love GWS. I have a soft spot for them. But at the same time, like they're such babies. Like, no, get out. You can't just come into the competition and win it in.
Are they babies? You mean the team or like the team history or the players?
Yeah, the history. They came in 20.
Yeah, they're the newbies, sort of. Yeah, they need to put in their dues like everyone else.
They need to wait 66 years.
They need to lose for 60 years first.
Like at this point, if Freo got it, would love that. Like they worked hard. They never got their concessions at the start of their season. They just got shit.
Yeah. I don't know if Freo will get it though.
I don't know. They're not looking very good. At this point, I don't even know if they make finals.
I don't know. It's all up to St Kilda.
Honestly, I think I'd be happy with Hawthorn to win it. I know
I don't think they're going to win it.
They do it all the time, but I don't care if Hawthorn. That's fine.
I don't know. I think they're still too young. I think they're playing really good football. I just don't know if they have the maturity to win a grand final. Finals is going to be so different to what they're doing now.
The maturity of Jack Guinea Pig. He's already a premiership player. Maybe he will lead the team to victory.
He is, but is he? He played for like 2 minutes in the grand final, did he? Or was he axed? I don't even remember if he played. Was he the sub? I think he was the sub because he partied the night before.
Oh, yeah, the races.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's the guy to get them across the line. I don't know if he's a beacon of maturity just yet.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know.
He was drinking cocoa last year.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll have a conversation about that next week.
Yeah, why not?
Obviously, you have to be here too. We'll do a 4-person podcast next week.
Oh, I won't be here next week.
Okay, well, Anna won't be here, so maybe you should be giving your grand final tips.
Oh, my grand final. I'm not good at the tipping. I have no clue who's going to
Who do you think is going to play?
I think Freo should win that game, especially because Dan Houston won't be able to play. Port probably will get a little sad. Maybe it'll change the way that they play or change their performance. They don't really have to win. Freo have to win. So I think Freo may get in there.
8, and then make it to the grand final.
Yeah, if not Freo, then maybe Collingwood get in. I don't know.
I don't see Collingwood making it.
No, we'd have to win by like 200 points.
I think the grand final. I'm gonna think about it and come back.
I have no idea who's winning the grand final though. Like I can't say. Maybe Brisbane take it this year. I don't know.
The Dogs. I'm hearing a lot of woof woof chatter.
I know, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm just not. I know they're playing well. I know they have a good team. I don't see finals for. I see finals for them, but I don't see a flag for them. I don't know. My psychic senses say no, which means they'll probably win it.
I don't want them to. I feel like they're our equal, and for them to be getting flags and us still being.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah. Actually, I don't like that.
They're our sibling, and they need to stay. in our level.
I agree. You need to be down at 13. Like we are.
Like us.
Yeah.
Last question.
Yeah.
Upon watching the replay, what was your favorite thing about the second half?
Darcy Wilson's second goal was awesome. I think that was probably one of my favorites.
I think his first goal, his second goal, his third goal, his fourth goal.
Yeah. I mean, even Higgins, Higgins' goal, just because he just dodged the defender and kicked the goal. It was just the stuff that we were always like, why don't you do that? And then we saw them do it. And it was so nice. It was just so nice.
Even my boy Dan Butler, he got one. And I definitely started the chant at the wedding.
That's all right. Chanting at a wedding is the right thing to do. And I loved Machito's goal.
Yes. Which I am very familiar with.
Cheeto's first goal was really good.
I love him. Okay, and that's all. So,
that's all. Yeah.
Last round of Red, White and Blackmail is happening next week. So get your questions in because we would love to answer them. Like, that was a fun bunch of questions, actually.
Yeah, so it was a fun bunch. And next Monday I'll be flying to Greece. So,
wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, except one of the legs of my flights is Jetstar, so I'm always nervous until that flight happens.
Are you going economy?
On time. Yeah.
If
that happens on time, then I'll be happy and I'll feel like I'm on my way. If not.
I did business class Jetstar to Tokyo, and that was mwah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I should just do. It
doesn't cost that much more. Sorry, we've gone a bit off topic. But if you ever get the opportunity, get the business class of Jetstar.
I'm just worried about them being delayed. Like,
they're doing all right.
What
they're strict on is the 8 kilogram carry-on. They make you weigh it. Yeah.
Really? I didn't have to weigh. We're off topic, but that's okay. This is fun. People want to know. I did not weigh my carry-on the last time. There was no
with Jetstar.
With Jetstar, there was no one even at the check-in. It was like you just walk in, throw your luggage in the thing, and just go. No.
Well, when I did it, this is getting. Sorry, you get on the plane and they weigh your before you get on the plane. So
Ew.
And mine was over, so I had to throw my jeans in the bin. I had to throw my stuff in the bin.
Nah, I'm not doing that. They'll have to.
So, yeah, the more you know about Jetstar flying, weigh yourself.
Don't bring a heavy bag.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Back to the game. So,
back
yes.
to the game.
So we'll come back. We wanted to talk about a few more players.
Yeah, we did. Well, I wanted to talk about Paddy Dow, but you don't. I feel like
and I want to talk about Zach Jones.
Yeah,
You talk about Paddy Dow.
My thing with Paddy Dow was that I think that there was a lot of concern in putting him in the game, and I actually think he's done a pretty decent job in there. I don't think he's done anything that's made us nervous. I don't think he's made any massive errors, so it's kind of great to have him.
I don't think he's wowing us, though, is my feeling.
Daddy Powell?
Yeah. But then it could have been my expectations that I thought he was going to be an A grade.
Yeah, maybe. And I don't know that he won't get there. I just think he's still on the path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, so.
He's on the path. I don't think he's very old. What is he, 26?
He's got the face of an old man, but that's...
All of them do.
Carlton ages a man.
Yeah, it probably does. It probably does.
Okay, so Zach Jones chat.
Yeah.
Is he good or is he just playing for his contract?
I think that Zach Jones is playing well because he's had an excellent coaching staff to help him maintain his temper and keep his skill at a much higher level. I think Zach Jones had a little bit less discipline under the other regime.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I think with the discipline, he's drastically improved. And
yes.
I'm going to say, not to take anything away from Jones, I think he's playing phenomenal.
Yep.
But I think that is encouraged with the coaching staff that we have now.
Would you sign him again?
Yeah. The way he's playing? Yeah. I would sign him again with a backup plan in case he tanks next season. But yeah, why not?
That's the thing. At the start of the season, I've told to a few people, he was just getting tackled down and I didn't like when he got the ball because I didn't trust that he could make something of it.
Yeah.
Because even in the VFL, he was getting chased down and tackled. And I said, that's not what you want. You want to have confidence in your player to have the ball.
Right.
But now, even on the game just past, I saw him lay the most sensational tackle.
Yeah.
We talk about the Hugo Garcia tackle.
Yeah, he did.
That's Zach Jones.
He did.
On Danger, I think it was.
I think also, I don't know. I think for me, I worried in the beginning because I thought it was footy intelligence was missing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to be, he's not making silly mistakes anymore. I don't know if it's, again, is he just more zen when he's on the field? I don't know.
Is it confidence? It's
maybe. Is it just the nasty email? It seems to be perfectly timed.
He's changed a lot and he's very impressive.
I agree. And I would keep him in this state.
Yeah. I would keep him in the team, definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'd re-sign him. I'd re-sign him before I'd re-sign Seb Ross.
No, that's fine. I keep forgetting Seb Ross is even
exactly.
on the list. Sorry, Sebby.
Sorry, Seb.
And at the start of the season, I was pumping Seb's tyres, but I don't see him fitting into the side, even with injuries.
We've improved when he hasn't played.
Yeah.
Our midfield is that improved. It's
we've lost Seb Ross and we've lost Riley Bonner.
Yes. And we've improved.
And we've improved.
Mm-hmm. Just put that pin in your hat.
And yes, I wouldn't say with Liam Henry was, I love Liam Henry.
Me too. I actually was I actually feel like not having him play the full season is one of the biggest disappointments for me for this season.
Yeah.
Because I think he's a great player. I think he's going to be awesome.
Once he gets a full preseason
and a full season.
Right.
Yeah.
He's definitely a game changer for the side.
I think so. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Should we talk about the upcoming game?
Yes,
our final game of the season.
Yes.
What's the time slot? 4:40 on a Sunday?
It's our favorite time, Sunday afternoon.
Is it the last game of the season too?
It's not. We play before the Freo game. So Carlton are going to have to win that game. And that makes me nervous. Just because in any football game, that would make me nervous because the team that's got and Carlton, I think, are so sad that they've come so close and just missed all the time that I know that they're going to come firing.
But if they don't have Kerno and Harry and TDK.
Yeah, but they still have Paddy Cripps. And I think
I think we can lock him down though.
Maybe. I just think, well, that might be the difference because last week when they played the Eagles, it wasn't the Paddy Cripps show, which is why they won because it wasn't him trying to carry the entire team. But he did play a pivotal role. Maybe the Eagles weren't good at outsmarting him. And
maybe just the Eagles aren't good.
Well, it could be that. But I also think they weren't able to predict his moves.
Yeah.
But maybe we can do that. Maybe we'll be able to shut it down. I know that we play well against the Blues, generally speaking. And because we've got the winning feels.
Yes.
I mean, that means a lot as well. So I actually don't know what's going to happen in this game. I'm really excited for it, though.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way. I think it's going to be a close game.
And it'll have to be, right, surely, because Carlton have to win. It's going to be so nerve-wracking. My fingernails will be.
And it's getting to the point where we're getting so many wins. We're actually climbing the ladder. And all those draft picks, which everyone's stressing about, we're just losing them at this point.
Yeah, we're not getting those.
Doesn't matter. Like we said, we don't need to draft anyone anyways.
I don't think we need to draft anyone. Mark my words.
Mark my
words so I eat them next season. But yeah, I don't think we need to draft anyone. I think there's going to be I think it's going to be a tough game, not because Carlton are talented, not because of any other reason than they have no choice but to win that game. It's the only thing that's going to keep them in the finals.
And I think their crowd's going to be yucky.
Oh, I am.
I think it's going to be a yucky vibe at the Marvel Stadium.
Not looking forward to that. It will be hostile, absolutely, especially if we take a lead in that game. And I am very glad that I will be surrounded by Saints supporters because if I had to go to that game anywhere else in that stadium, they'd probably just kick me out for antisocial behavior.
And Carlton fans seem to hate Saints fans. I don't know why.
Do they? I don't get that feel, but maybe they do. Or maybe, I don't know.
They love to tell us we're shit.
Well, that's because we're the only team they can say that to.
I just get angry vibes from Carlton fans.
Yeah. It's so weird because the Carlton supporters that I know, they get those same highs and lows that we talk about at St Kilda, where they like I have a Carlton supporter who's a friend who tipped the Eagles last week because he was like, I don't think we're going to make it. They do go into the dramatic ups and downs. And maybe that's just what it is. Maybe they're just very dramatic supporter base. And then, I don't know. But I feel like I understand how they feel.
Yeah.
But also, too bad I want to win.
I don't think we get that feral when we win, though.
Yeah, no, we don't. Because
I feel like if we left the ground after their win, that'd be hurling abuse. But if we won, we'd just be like, yeah, let's go to platform.
Well, yeah, of course, because we have to savor those wins, don't we? We can't take them for granted at all. But yeah, we're not dickheads. I don't know. There's a lot of other teams that I think some of their supporters get really nasty, and I don't know why.
It's just a sport which you follow, not even playing, just supporting.
Yeah, you're just supporting because you're too out of shape to play and you don't have the skill. So shut up.
Those armchair experts, as we say, while sitting on a chair.
It's true, as we couch it.
And talk about it.
So who's going to be the outstanding player of the game?
Who I think is going to be the best?
Yeah. Is Darcy going to have another good one?
Could do. So they've got that guy, Jacob Wiedering, who was apparently the best defender in the competition.
Yeah,
we're talking about AA.
Except for Cal Wilkie.
Yeah. I reckon he would go on to Cooper.
he wouldn't know who to go on to because all of our guys are kicking goals, really.
Well, if Kamanides out.
Yeah, who's going to take Kamanides' place?
Who else do we have?
We don't really have another tall, do we?
Do we need another? No, we got Machado.
Yeah.
Shaman.
Yeah. Membry.
Snags.
Butler.
Butts. Hugo Bear?
I don't know.
Bear?
Do we put him there?
Is he going to play a full game? Bit stiff to... Like he's...
I don't know who we put there.
I guess that's a job for us in the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see how Caminiti... If he dislocated his shoulder...
he should be able to play if they tape it up for one
if
game.
it's a strapping job, it might be all right.
I don't know if he'll be any good. Like, it might be uncomfortable. But I don't know. I've dislocated things before. You find once it goes back in.
Yeah.
It's just...
I think if it gets to the point where it just keeps popping out, then you have to have surgery.
Then it's a problem. Yeah, please. We're like, please play.
How much? The last game of the season. Otherwise, I can't think of any more forwards.
I actually can't. And I don't know if that's because I'm not thinking
Well, we always
properly.
have Rowan.
We do have Rowan. Maybe we don't need that. Maybe we don't need it. But who
If they don't
plays
have
for
a good
Brad
ruck.
Hill? Who plays for Brad Hill?
Womp womp.
That's going to be another problem if he's not playing.
Hugo.
Well, Pooh will be in,
Ah,
I think.
if he's
He
recovered
was only
from his illness.
ill, whatever that
Yeah.
means. I don't know. There's a really nasty flu going around.
Yeah,
apparently.
that's true.
So we would have Pooh. But I don't know who replaces Brad Hill. But maybe
Just
maybe
as
it's okay.
long as it's not
Bonner?
maybe.
Is he injured or
Who?
he's just out? Bonner. He's just out because he's
Don't bring him in.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I was just wondering why we didn't play him. I
Oh,
can't.
because he's just out. He's
just out.
He was our leader of sending the ball to the other team.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The turnover king.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll see. I guess
see.
it's a job for the
It is.
bosses of St Kilda.
It is a job for the bosses. Yeah. Any ones that got away? I don't.
Yeah, come on, you can think of a couple. There's a few. They currently play for St Kilda.
They currently play for St Kilda.
That came from Carlton.
Paddy Dower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who else?
Who else?
There's another one. He is a good-looking man.
Oh, what?
He's got tattoos.
There's a lot of good looking.
He's got tattoos on his legs.
Yeah, I know. Is that Stalker?
It is Stocker.
I'm still confused by the leg tattoo. I want to know what they are. Do you know the story behind?
All I know is he's got a matching one to me. So I've got a butterfly right here, and he also has a butterfly in the exact
He
same
has
spot.
like some. I didn't remember what I don't know. I kind of heard a story about the stuff on the back of the legs, but I don't know.
They look like skulls, but
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
all I've seen is like a matching tattoo to me.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Anyone
Ones that
else?
have gone to Carlton, I believe Blakers.
That's depressing.
Yeah. And then there was someone else I've forgotten.
Someone else. This is a great ones that got away. We know everything.
Probably should have prepared.
Well,
and there's
that's all right.
probably a million, and Sarah's going to be sitting there listening and be
she's
like,
like-
come on, girls.
Potentially.
Come on.
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't prepare.
Well, no, we named like 4 players.
Yeah, we named 3, but all good.
3 players. I was just
We're
throwing
doing
that
really
short
well,
in there.
you know?
I think we're doing great. I don't know what you guys rate this episode, but I think it's been fantastic so far.
I can't wait to listen to it myself and be all the listeners. Yeah, maybe we'll wrap it up. I don't know what else to say.
I
we're
have
getting
a
told to cut
bananas.
off. We're being cut off. Okay.
Oh, I have a bananas.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Go bananas.
non-football
Yeah.
related. It's non-football
Yeah, sure,
related,
sure.
but it's bothering me because I took the tram here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. There's some people that take the tram that I think that there's still, I know it's public transport and stuff. I think that there's a certain degree of etiquette you need to have for the tram or like some element of shame to your behavior.
Yeah.
So like on my way here, and this gave me New York vibes. I was like, I don't even know if I would have seen this in New York. On my way here, there was a guy sitting behind me and his phone like this. So when I turned around, I could see it.
Yeah.
And he had his headphones in and he zoomed in on this video. And it's just a video of someone popping a zit. Like, why would you watch that? Even if you have some secret joy of watching that, why are you
like watching
on the
those videos.
On a tram, you just get a close up. Oh my God, I was so horrified by this. And I turned around and I must have made a face.
Like the big sis videos.
Oh my God, I couldn't even. It's just and the girl across from me, she started laughing because I must have made a face that I didn't I didn't notice how bad it was. But it was gross.
I thought you were going to say something a bit more R-rated.
Oh, on the tram?
Yeah,
No, I think that's worse. I'd rather see like someone's
genitalia
than see as that. It was gross. Like, yeah, I would have rather the guy's fly was open. To be honest, it would have been a better sight.
A pimple popping video. Okay, that's your bananas.
Gross. Anyway, that's why bananas when you're on the tram. Please just have some.
Don't
etiquette.
be watching TikToks.
Don't watch TikToks. Yeah,
I don't have any wax this week. I think
no wax. Did you do any VFL Sandy stuff? Or did we play?
We did play, but I was a bit hungover yesterday, so
so that's that.
had a sore heart and a hangover.
Oh, don't let your heart be sore.
Don't have relationship chats at weddings, guys.
Don't have relationship chats ever.
Don't do it when you drink.
Don't do the chat.
Never have the chat.
Never have the chat.
It never ends well.
It never ends well. It's true. But this podcast will. This podcast has ended fabulously.
Thank you for coming.
Yes. Thank you.
Imagine if it was just me sitting, because you're like, I think I can make it. I'm like, oh God, what if it's just me being like, hey everyone, who wants to hear?
It's good. And now we've shared some trauma.
Yes.
And it's great. I think we
nailed it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah,
and go Saints. And last game of the season, everyone get down.
Yeah, get down to the game. Don't let us be swallowed by the Carlton supporters.
Yes, let's absolutely shit down their throats.
Yeah.
Make them spew shit.
I don't know.
And have a terrible night.
Hey, that game, win or lose, I'm stoked just to be watching the guys play the last game of footy. Yes. It's the last chance to watch football. It's the last chance to watch your team. Get down there, have a good time, sing with Aisle 29. It's going to be awesome.
Sing the songs. Get your little hymn book out.
Yeah. Get the hymn books out.
Yeah.
And get down to Sundays.
Sunday 4:40. See you there.
Bye.
Bye.